Hey folks, welcome to Fresh Produce. I'm Pete from BTI. Just got a quick one today for you. I wanted to run through a couple of interesting products that came across the desk, maybe some things I thought might fly under the radar for other folks. So let's just dive right in here. First of all, kind of the popularity of one by road and gravel drivetrains is climbing. We're getting into that season. There's a ton of new options. I know I just put a mullet type gravel setup on my drop bar bike. So I want to talk about some road specific chain guides today. So first of all, this is the K-Edge version, K-Edge race chain guide. This thing definitely made for a braze-on mount and just a ton of adjustability. It's also got full coverage for the chain. So it has wings kind of the chain guide itself on both sides of the chain, really keeping it super secure. If you're in some rougher cobblestones, rougher gravel races, this is just some very nice security. What caught my eye about this one is just the huge amount of versatility and adjustability. So with the braze-on mount, of course, you've got some adjustability already, but you've got a ton of adjustability of the chain guide itself to match the offset of your chainring or the chain line of your bike. Also, you can change the angle of it, the height of it, of course, and even the width of the guide itself. So this is one that's going to fit a ton of bikes, and everything from around a 36 to a 54 tooth chainring, depending on bike design. So lots of versatility and adjustability, but a little more going on to it as well. One of the competitors for this one, this has actually been out for a little while, but I don't think we've talked about on the show here. This is the Wolf Tooth Lone Wolf Arrow chain guide. There's 3 versions of this guide to fit different bike designs. They are all braze-on mounted and just really minimalist. There's just a small cover over one side of the chain, and then you're going to drop this down very close to the top of the chain to keep that chain from bouncing off in rougher terrain. So a lot more simple and sleek, but it's not going to fit every design. There's 3 versions to fit all the different seat tube angles, chainring combinations, and what have you. So there are pro road teams running both of these and testing both of them out. They're very well utilized, kind of at the highest end of the sport. And I think for a lot of us out there running simple one by mullet type setups on our road bikes, these are a really great addition to just add some security in those rougher conditions. All right. Speaking of well-made little simple items here, we've got a brand new Hope made dropper post lever. A ton of adjustability on this one. You've got the ability to shift where the thumb pad is on the lever arm. So that's actually changing the leverage on your cable itself. Also, this is running on a big sealed bearing, so it's extremely smooth feeling. And there is a reach adjuster on the back as well. So a lot going on with this guy, really well made. These are even coming in a couple of different colors, so a nice piece to kind of bling out the bike or give yourself a cool update on a post that's still working well. All right, moving right along. Let's talk quickly about the Revelate Designs Mag Tank. I'm pretty sure we've had this on the show before. It's always something that catches my eye as just a really easy way to grab food right off the top tube of your bike. Strapping to the head tube or steer tube right here, and a very simple magnet latch to open up. Now the update that just came along is they've made these new rubber liners, or I guess they're actually kind of the material of a water bladder. So it's food grade and easy to remove and clean. So if you're somebody that's tired of getting your regular frame bags covered in a bunch of goo, if you're out using goo and sticky riding food, that's a really great reason to use this. Easy to pull out and clean. They have a pretty fun marketing spin on this. You know, a lot of the Revelate users are bike packers, so they're just suggesting this is such great food grade quality material. Hey, just load this up with a bunch of chili cheese fries when you're out on your bike packing trip, or, just toss a whole bunch of Haribo in there and you're all good. And it's going to be easy to pull out and clean at the end of a ride. So just gives you some options for different types of food when you're out bike packing and stopping in that mountain town. Easy to put in and pull out, even at camp each night. I think a pretty cool addition to this bag, and you can just not run it if you don't need it for a certain day or race. So that's cool. And then the last thing I wanted to bring up is KMC. You know, they're totally experts in chain making. They've been doing it for a very long time and probably do it for a whole bunch of other brands out there as well. They've moved into making a cassette. Now, they're sticking primarily with the lower speeds, 9, 10, and 11 speed available now. They've got some pretty big ranges. This is an 1146 cassette, and they've also got an 1150 cassette. So if you've got an 11-speed derailleur that fits that range, this is a good option for adding. It's a pinned cassette, nicely machined teeth and finished. Pretty good price point on this one. It's a little on the heavy side, but I think offering a lot of options for upgrade or replacement for those riders that have had their bikes for a little while. All right, we covered kind of a wide range of things. If you'd like to try out any of the products we talked about today on the show, make sure you ask at your local bike shop and tell them BTI sent you.